Good night, fellow punters. The clock on the wall is 4 minutes away from 10 o'clock on Super Bowl Sunday night. It's not starting for an hour and a half yet, but I'm sure the parties all over America and indeed all over the world are starting already. The tailgate parties, that's what they call them in the States, where they booze up for a few hours before the match. A lot of them don't even be able to see it. Their eyeballs be swelling from booze. So I'm on the Chiefs, as everybody knows. So hopefully it'll be a good game. It won't be simple. I think they want to stop the running back Barkley. I see the over and under for him. I think it's about 125 yards. So normally with the backs you'd see them 60 or 70. So hopefully it'll be a good one. A shout out to Chris Gibney, Wesley Riddle and Simon Wales, newcomers on the bus. And news came through to me this morning on a WhatsApp message that a man that I met in a bookie shop Friday, Tony Waldron, he was a counsellor here in Roscommon. I was chatting Friday in the betting shop in Roscommon town that he died suddenly this morning. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't hear anything through the day. To the sad time over the weekend was Michael Coleman, the Galway hurler, only 61, out cleaning up after the storm and came across live wires and was electrocuted. The boxer in the north, a Galway lad as well. I think he was only 27, was the Kid Cooney, he was known as. He had brain damage and he'd passed away. And Paddy Cullen, one of the all-time great GA players, he died the weekend. He was in his I think he was over 80. Yeah, I seen his 80th was. He had a pub there on Balls Bridge, across from the RDS. I often had a pint in it down through the years. He's long gone out of it now, but going back in the 90s and the noughties. I've heard nothing about Michael O'Sullivan. He's got no worse, somebody told me today, but I don't know if that's a proper update. So hopefully he's on the mend. So one never knows. So we have to keep going as long as we can, because one day it'll all stop and we don't know when. We had two runners today. The first one off was Railway Hurricane, and I was watching the race in Hester's in Castlereagh. My nephew and his partner and 3 kids were 15 days in the dark, so the light only came back 2 days ago. So I met them last night at the anniversary mass, and I says, I'll treat you to dinner tomorrow, the lottie. So I met them today. So we're must be 3 hours. We're there for about 10 past 2. And we watched the rugby match. We're in the bar inside. There was only 2 tables. The eating areas at the back. Lucky enough, it was full when we arrived. So it was great for us and the kids. So I was watching on the phone, and the next just before the rugby match started, and what do you call it? Railway Hurricane moving all right. Gone into 9-4 in running, and phone call came to see if somebody says they're in a position to put on a bet for me before the rugby match started. So I said, yeah, what did he want? So he explained. So I was trying to get rid of him fast because I was watching the race. And when I came back on, it was a side-on view, and I was saying the blue isn't there. It was back further. So I made a mistake at the 8th. It said a red back. I didn't look at it. Too disgusted because I thought if he was bet, it'd be only second. And then Gustavian, I thought that was 1-7, 1-8, and 1-9 in running. On the head-on picture, he looked to be home and hosed. What bet him? The stablemate, another one of Anthony Honeyballs, ran out of powder. But I thought that would win. I went out to 4-1 favourite as well. There's 2 race tracks on tomorrow. When did I get out of here? There's a handicap hurdle race, 2 miles 4.5. Confenetic is the favourite. It won a maiden hurl or novice hurl in Plumpton lately. It looked to be all over beaten only got up on the run-in. But I thought Sparkling Duke, the bottom weight for the Inforum Tizard Yard, he's 7-24, nearly 30% in the last couple of weeks. This ran an eye-catching race to me in Chepstow last November, and it was 50-1 that day. Then he went off 4-1 second favourite in a 3-mile race at Wincanton. And he was at the 2 mile 6 mark, he was well ahead. He didn't stay the trip. But if I look at this, was over what, 2-3. The handbrake was on. I'll play this and see, did it bother me tonight, the books from Malta.
Moves into fourth, is going strongly, followed by Spayrule and my friend Sean, who's trying to stay on.
Here.
Over the third last flight of hurdles now. Boston Joe, Captain Boudet the grey, to Boston Joe, the red cap nearer the rail, followed then in third by Stardem. Hedera Park continues to make headway, then Palawandu Maze, Sparkling Duke and the rest. Down towards the second last flight of hurdles they come. Boston Joe, Captain Boudet, the pair didn't hurdle particularly well, but it's Boston Joe now that goes on. Captain Boudet in second, Hedera Park now being asked by Gavin Sheehan in third, still makes a bit of headway, but has got to carry on doing so. Long gap back to Stardem, Palawandu Maze and Sparkling Duke. Down towards the final flight, they come just over a furlong left to go. Boston Joe, but here now comes Hedera Park. Hedera Park the far side, Boston Joe the near. At the final flight now, Hedera Park, a terrific leap to Boston Joe, who's tired in second. Captain Boudet in third, inside the final half furlong now. It's Hedera Park, a long way out of his ground early, but Hedera Park, she's going to take out this one, and a lovely ride from Gavin Sheehan. Hedera Park beats Boston Joe. Captain Boudet finished in third. Fourth horse home.
Then when the money was down, the last day in Wincanton, Prominent led fourth, pushed along, so it was up at the pace, but it didn't stay. So back in trip, I think it's going to be competitive tomorrow for an Inforum Yard. 9-2 is the best price there, but it was 7s earlier on. Another one at Plumpton there is the Sussex National. Now we're on the winner of this last year. It was in January last year, and I tipped it up a few weeks ago. It was the same day that Transmission. We had the double that day. That was the trainer's last winner. That's nearly 13 months ago. So I cannot possibly go for that tomorrow. I had wind surgery since, but it was pulled up the last time I've seen it. But a horse, now this has been won by an 8-year-old or a 7-year-old for the last number of years. And we have no 8-year-old in it. There's only one 7-year-old in it. 6-year-old, that's I'm afraid, but that's Invincible Nao. And now some of the commentators call it. Gary Moore trains one for this. But this actually won the last day in Plumpton. And it took all its time to win over, so 3-2. And I was thinking he was probably targeting this race for it. He runs a lot of his horses. He's a good strike rate at the track.
There, Freddie Ginger lost an eye, was almost airborne, but he stayed with it. Vision Demand to Morphe at the final one of the open ditches, 3 from the finish. Invincible Now's with those. Fantastic House has come through on the inside to take 4th. From Wider Galley, who made an error at the 4th last. And now Morphe is putting it down to Vision Demand. Invincible Now is behind those. 3 lengths behind in 3rd. 5 lengths to Fantastic House. Another 4 lengths to Wider Galley. Coming into the home straight. The orange cap is last year's winner Morphe. On the right, the green colours is Vision Demand. Invincible Now is within striking distance of them in 3rd position as they take the 2nd last. Fantastic House is next. Wider Galley was pulled up. Morphe then with a 2-length lead heading towards the last, but Invincible Now is now beginning to close. Vision Demand is between those. Final fence. Invincible Now, a big leap. Landed very narrowly in front to Morphe. Vision Demand is behind those. They run towards the line. It's Invincible Now showing in front and bravely going through to win. 2nd will be close.
He was pulling away from them. That was 3-2. Almost 3-2. 7-year-old. He only went up £4 for that. Carrying 10 stone 13, Caelan Quinn. Yeah, Caelan Quinn was riding the winner last year for us. So hopefully it will strike twice. I cannot go for a horse out of form. You have to be in form to run 3.5 miles and win. And only up £4. And the way he jumped the last, he had plenty of energy left. He wasn't getting tired. It's only 7-year-old in the field. That's the choice. Then we have go to Catterick Bridge. We have a horse that done us a couple of good turns on the flat. It's All About You. But has ran twice over hurdles and has won both of them. So it has won its 4 starts. He's a good, reliable, he's a good heart, this horse. You can know by the way he carries his head. He tries. He's no world beater or anything, but he was brutal with his jumping when he ran first time, even though he won handy. Watch his jumping here, but we'll see the way he improved in the 2nd time. This was his first run over hurdles. That's him out in front.
Ran down it, landed rather back legs first, but is now 5 lengths in front once more over No More Diamonds is giving chase. Back in 3rd is Susie Sparkle and then Authorised Mission.
Watch this
It's All About You at the 2nd
no
last.
idea.
Even that was worse, but safely across again. That's ultimately what counts. In 2nd position is No More Diamonds, and then Susie Sparkle and Authorised Mission. So it's All About You. At the last, again, far from polished, but again safe and clear by around about 10 lengths over Authorised Mission, who now runs through into 2nd past a 1 pace No More Diamonds in 3rd, and racing into the final 100 yards of the journey. It's a big day for Jenny Candlish, and Luke Scott enjoying a fine weekend here. It's All About You.
He wasn't great on both of them. He was rated he went off 75, so he went up £4 I think for that, so he went off he was rated 79, 40 on top of that. It'd be like where he's at 119. But if you see the way he improved, and this is over the course and distance. This is him on the outside just taking the lead.
And It's All About You gives the stare to Dancing Glance, and those two are around about 3 lengths in front of Nora's Legacy, who's making a good fist of things on Hurdle's debut, and those 3 are miles clear of the others, with Shadowfax and Rohan taken on by Fancy Nancy Pants, and then King Casey. Heading down towards 2nd last, and It's All About You has now eased to the front and quickly goes clear at the 2nd last hurdle. It's All About You clear. Dancing Glance 2nd place, followed by Nora's Legacy in 3rd, so the spotlight firmly on It's All About You. It's All About You with this really good advantage as Nora's Legacy now moves into 2nd place, followed by Dancing Glance in 3rd. It's All About You coming to the final hurdle. It's all about you, but it's all about this horse. It's all about you at the last. Over the last hurdle and on the run in. It's all about you. Clear. Nora's Legacy second. Dance and Glance third. They're going to come in big intervals. It's all about you. Multiple winner on the flat will make it 2 from 2 over hurdles. And this horse has won easily.
There's only one way of running, and that's powder it on from the start. He was the same on the flat. He's an 11-4 favourite. There's 2-1 with some of them. If you get 11-4 is the best price there. Hopefully he's not taken on for the lead, but he's just that way of going, and whether he lashes it out then without falling in a heap is the question. So I get this into the oven. I had a sleep for an hour there. I might have another because it'll be a late night. I hope I stay awake for it all. I hope I'm doing the tomahawk chop with you tomorrow night. Bash the bookies over and out. Where are we here? Press the wrong button and back again.